I wanted to do in this area is to let you know what all these buttons are for. That way you're not lost, and also you don't leave buttons on while the RV is off and you drain the battery. So first things first, the buttons in this position are an off. The easiest way to know that is that when you flip this on, the stereo will turn on. So in this position, this is on, this is off. So all the other buttons need to be put in this position to make sure that they are off. So that's the first thing about that, about the buttons. When you are not driving, it's just like a regular car here. This is in the off position. When you're driving, this will turn the lights on, and then you have an option of putting on more lights, your driver's lights and your fog lights. These will make just your lights brighter, and then these, of course, will put your high beams on. This button right here is the start stop for the generator. If you hit this button, the generator will try to turn on. You have to hold it in and you listen for the generator. Once you hear it finally kick on, you'll let go of it. This light right here will tell you whether the generator is on or off. Right now it's off. Usually when the generator is cold, it'll take a few tries for it to turn on. And if it doesn't, just give it a second. Try not to flood it, but just give it a while, and it'll turn on. We had it on for 5 hours in a straight when we were driving to the from the Grand Canyon last. What else do you need to know here? Jacks. So the jacks are important when I left this kind of open like that, but right now the jacks are disconnected. Now there's a little issue with the jacks. You want to plug in. There's a plug here that I'll show you when you're in the RV. But there's a plug in there that you want to plug in. That way, that'll turn this jack system on. It'll allow you to lower and raise the jacks when you get to the spot that you're going to be shoring up at. You want to have it disconnected while you're driving, simply because if you leave it connected, it'll beep like crazy your whole ride, and you'll be super annoyed. I can explain more about that when you get here, but that's the jack system there. Otherwise, everything else is pretty straightforward. Your air conditioner, your stereo. When you put the RV in reverse, this will automatically pop on. You always want to have somebody in back telling you how far back to go or when to stop, because the camera is kind of weird. You can't really get a grasp on it. I still don't have a complete grasp on it just by looking at it. So always have somebody in back guiding you. And over here, when you're backing up or anything, you can open up both windows like that, and while you're backing up, you can kind of let your head out and see what's going on and look at the camera. The camera also has a volume on it so that you can hear what the people in back are telling you. Yeah, other than that, that's the front.